So you guys probably remember this old 1965 Ford me and Dad recently rescued out of the woods. Now when we found this truck, it had been sitting for a long time. We're gonna go ahead and get this hood off, start cleaning up that mouth stand the best we can, and just hope for the best.
Making several handfuls.
Now somehow they managed to pack that stuff tight. Less than a minute into it. This has to be the worst looking valve train I've ever seen in my life. Unfortunately, we had to pull the engine out of this truck, and with that, we had to pull the transmission as well. We got the transmission out with it, and we were able to separate it once it was out of the truck. So now we're just about to dig back into this block. You're rough, ain't it?
Yeah.
Pretty sludgy though, ain't it?
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yuck.
Forgot about that being in there.
Yep.
So we went ahead and ran a wire brush across the head of these lifters and applied that rust dissolver jelly just to let it sit overnight. We decided to go ahead and pull off the timing chain cover as well as the timing chain which runs to the cam. Once we got the timing chain loose from the cam, now that we've got these rods all put back into place and everything torqued to spec on it, she's actually turning over pretty easy and pretty smooth down here on the lower end. We patched up this oil pan the best we could and obviously replaced parts that just had to be replaced, including the oil pump and all the lifters on it. We degreased everything the best we could on putting it back together, and now that we've got our intake, our push rods, and our rockers all installed, it's actually turning over pretty good. So all of the rockers are moving the way they're supposed to be. So now there's only one last thing to do, and that's add $20 of a rattle can spray paint just to make it look like it should run, just in case if it don't. Now when you hit the key, Dad, if you want to show them what it does. She cranks up and just purrs like a kitten, and of course no brakes. But she's moving, folks. Ooh, this thing's hard to steer. So we have reverse and third gear. It's hard to believe just a few weeks ago me and Dad were literally digging this thing out of its grave. I mean, this is a truck that a lot of people would have just walked away from and said it's far too gone. Turns out what most people call dead, well, it was only sleeping. And for that, to God be all the glory.